everyone. My name is Miss Shannon, and I'm so happy you're here to learn with me today. Have you ever looked at the sun in the sky or felt its warmth on your body and wondered exactly what it's like? Whoa, that's hot. How does the sun actually work? Today we'll be reading part of this book called Sun, 1 in a Billion to answer some of our questions. The way this story is written by the author Stacey McAnulty is really unique because it blends elements from two different genres or types of texts. We'll learn more about this as we dig into our book. As we read today, we'll need to be word detectives and pay close attention to find the most important words that will help us understand our topic, the sun, more deeply. We'll be using strategies from our Word Detectives Toolkit that can help us find important words in any text we read. Let's get started, Word Detectives. As I read, watch me find the words in the text that will help me understand the information this book gives us about the sun. Once upon a time, about 4.6 billion years ago, a magnificent and important star was born. And that magnificent and important star was me, your sun, with a capital S. Now, watch me figure out which words seem really important so far to help me understand this text. You'll be doing it yourself soon, so watch carefully. I'm noticing that the author repeated the words magnificent and important on the first 2 pages, so she must really want me to remember that the sun is both of those things. When you see words repeat, that's a signal that they're important. That's in our Word Detectives Toolkit. The author included those words twice because she wants us to know that the sun is magnificent, which means amazingly awesome, and also that the sun is very important. Speaking of important, I mentioned earlier that there's something I really want you to know about this book's genre, or the category of books it belongs to. It has facts like a nonfiction text, but it also seems like a fiction text because it pretends the sun is a living character with a personality and feelings. So it has some elements of information and some elements of fiction. As we read, remember that we'll find lots of true facts about the sun, but that it isn't actually alive. The author just wrote the book that way to make it more interesting and fun to read. Watch me show you how to find the important vocabulary words one more time, and then you're going to help me. Yes, I am a star. Star, 1, a massive and luminous ball of gas full of energy. 2, an astoundingly talented and popular performer. I fit both definitions. Watch and listen as I think. The first thing I'm noticing is that the word star repeats, so it must be important. Remember when we found that in our toolbox earlier? When words repeat, that tells us they're important. Stacey McAnulty included 2 definitions of the word star from a dictionary because she wants us to know that the sun is a star in more than one way. When it says it fits both definitions, that means it's a star in outer space, that's the informational true part of the book that goes with the first definition, and that she's pretending it's a famous superstar that others love to watch and listen to for entertainment, like someone you may see or hear a lot in a show, movie, or song. That's the fictional or imagined piece that goes with part 2 of the definition. There are a couple of other words I'm noticing that seem really important to understanding this book. Massive, which means really big, and luminous, which means really bright with lots of light. I know those words are important because the author is using them to describe the sun, which is the topic of the entire book. We definitely need to know what the words mean that the author uses to describe the topic, so let's get that strategy out of our Word Detective Toolkit. Now, we know 2 strategies that help us decide which words are important: repeated words and words that describe the topic of our book. Since the sun is massive and luminous, we know that it's a big, bright ball of light, gas, and energy. Now that you've watched me do it, I want you to be word detectives and use the strategies from our toolkit to try and find the important words on these pages. Here we go. The Milky Way galaxy has over 100 billion stars. That makes me 1 in a billion. Or, 1 in 100 billion. Me. I'm not the biggest, so what? Not the brightest, who cares? Not the oldest, whatever. But I am the most important, at least to you Earthlings. Did you find one? Great thinking. Billion is repeated 3 times, so that's a definite signal that it's a word we should pay attention to. Finding words that repeat is one of the strategies in our Word Detectives toolkit. The author really wants us to know that there are a ton of stars. I also want to show you another strategy from our toolkit that helps us find keywords: names. We can see here that the Milky Way is capitalized because it's the name of a galaxy. Milky Way galaxy is important to know so we can better understand our topic, the sun. We can figure out the meaning of galaxy by using the words and picture together. It says a galaxy has billions of stars, and then it shows us where the sun is in that big galaxy. We can tell from these words and pictures together that a galaxy is a huge group of stars and planets that are all part of one system, and the galaxy that our planet Earth and our sun are in is called the Milky Way. Let's read on to see if we can find more important words using our strategies. Can you hang out for 8 minutes? That's how long it takes my light to reach Earth. Yep, I give you heat and light. You're welcome. I'm so important that Earthlings should name a special day in my honor. We can call it Sunday. Oh, wait. As I look at our 3 strategies from our toolkit that help us find important words, look for repeating words, find words that describe the topic, and notice names, I'm noticing that I can use one of them to find a keyword on this page. It's a word that's repeated from the last page we read. Do you see it? Yes, Earthling. We saw it earlier, and here it is again, so it must be important. How can we figure out what that means? We can use the text and picture together here to figure it out. The text says, "You Earthlings," and shows people, so Earthlings must mean people, just like us reading. That's why it said you. It was talking to us Earthlings. And it says here that Earthlings have a named day after the sun. And we do have a day that we call Sunday, so that means us. Now we know that an Earthling is a person that lives on Earth. That includes you. Hello, Earthling. Before I read the next 2 pages, I want to show you another strategy from our Word Detective Toolkit that can help us find the most important words. If a word is bold or looks different than the other words around it, you should pay attention. As I read the next 2 pages, see if you can use that strategy to find an important word. I'm famous for my heat and light, but I also hold our entire solar system together. Scientists call it gravity. What can I say? The planets are attracted to me. Did you find it? Yes, gravity stands out. It's a different color and a little larger than the rest of the text on the page, so that signals to us that it's really important. The text tells us that it means a type of attraction that holds things together. So now we have 4 strategies from our toolkit to help us find important words. Look for repeating words, find words that describe the topic, notice names, and see bold print. Let's use them to find more important words on the next page. And because I'm the center of our solar system, life revolves around me, literally. Look, they all go in the same direction. And we see the sun with all the planets going around it. Neptune, Saturn, Uranus, Venus, Earth, Mars, Mercury, and Jupiter. And it tells us how long a year is on each planet. Were you able to find any important words using our 4 strategies? The first one I noticed is the solar system. We saw that term on the last page, and here it is again. Since it repeats, it must be important. The words and pictures help us understand that our solar system includes all of the planets that go around our sun. Using the pictures and words together can help us understand the meanings of important words. We're going to stop here for now, but before we go, let's review what we've learned. When we find a text that provides lots of facts, we should think about which words are most important to understanding the topic. Our topic today was the sun, and we found so many important words that helped us understand it more deeply, like magnificent, important, star, massive, luminous, billion, Milky Way, galaxy, Earthling, gravity, and solar system. Our Word Detective Toolkit taught us 4 strategies that can help us find important words. Look for repeating words, find words that describe the topic, notice names, and see bold print. You can use these with any text you read, not just this book. See you next time when we continue to read Sun 1 in a Billion and think more about how to figure out what words mean. I'll see you all and the sun again soon.